Hello, I'm being attacked by a fly. It just won't. And I lost my glasses, so I had to get these glasses. I don't know. It was weird. I had them when I was going to work, and then somehow they have disappeared. A few things. So I don't know where they went, but hopefully they will return. Until then, I have these. So welcome everybody. Oh my goodness gracious, what a week this has been. Told you it was going to be a crazy week. My God, but I wasn't expecting, from a prime minister to step down, to resign, because the 60 members walk out, to um, a former prime minister of Japan assassinated, um, a network in Canada to go down and cause a nationwide um, banking crisis, for people unable to get their money and or use, to use their debit. This was just sort of a realization of things, of what's happening right in the world around us. And as I, started to really look at this, I got a beautiful email, and it was talking about the energies of Venus. And Venus represents a healthy relating with ourselves, others, in the natural world. She reflects our self-esteem and how we care, connect, and attune to others. And we are living through the culmination of a cultural based on power over explosion and disregard for feminine principles. Mechanicist thinking has brought us to the crossroads where we claim our organic humanity and become machines. And when I'm reading this, and I was contemplating and coming on here today, really thinking of this energy of Venus. I mean, we have Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Libra ruled by Venus. And this is really an awakening. And when I say feminine, it doesn't mean the gender of feminine, but that energy of femininity. This is a force that is alive in all humans, and I would propose that claiming sovereignty requires each of us to become intimate with both the masculine and energies within. Syncing with the Venus is a magnificent resource to align with our magical, multidimensional, infinite self within our bodies. And we are such multifaceted expansions of energy. And many times we don't know how much energy we actually produce. We align ourselves with a very limited of our own potential of who we are. And here it is that this is a beautiful reminder of how multifaceted and beautiful we all are. With today, especially with the moon in Scorpio, and the moon in Scorpio is going to be squaring Saturn, trining Neptune, and sextiling Pluto. So there's emotion that's coming in. And this is where we have to look at ourselves and look at ourselves of what we are pushing. We are in this beautiful force. This feminine force is alive in all of us. And I would purpose that claiming sovereignty requires each of us to become intimate with both our masculine and energies. This is an effort of a denominator culture have harmed all of us, with the particular consequences for women as the primary targets of violence, and with disproportionate blocks to assessing resources, along with handling the block of parental and household duties. This energy that's coming in, it's showing us that, in today's society, it's really pushing against the feminine and that feminine energy. And there's always been a fear of the feminine power. There's always been a fear of how powerful we could become, or that feminine energy could become. So here we are in this time to really begin to utilize the beauty of our energy. When Venus went retrograde in Capricorn at the end of 2021 and into 2022, the Capricorn is
Unknown caller.
Love, perseverance, discipline, making do with less, full-bodied commitment, and sensuality of manifestation, especially when it doesn't happen on our timeline. Capricorn teaches us that there is gold in our failures and mistakes if we don't give up. Pluto, being in Capricorn, is the great transformer. He is the phoenix, the death and resurrection. Destroys what is stagnant and corrupt in order to facilitate and regenerate the process of rebirth. Pluto has been revealing the rot of the current government and the financial systems based on the dominator model of 2008. Venus reaches us not to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Cherish each moment that humanity has made towards freedom, equality, and sustainability systems. How can we build on those events in our history? And this is what we have to look at. How can we build on the beautiful things that have happened within our history, the beautiful things that are happening within the world? In amongst, you can see the dark pushback on so much that people are trying to move forward with. We're beginning to see farmers stand up and protest. And we're going to be beginning to see more people stand up and say, no, that's not the way that we are going to live our lives. There isn't a cry out for great transformation within the world. And we are riding this train of transformation all the way through to August of 2023, where Venus will retrograde in Leo. So we have time to learn how to sync with Venus and move from the subtle of our heart essence. And together, in partnership with Venus, we are anchoring the new feminine frequency that opens the way to a new way of living as sovereign beings. But in doing that, we have to stand firm in our timeline, in our values, and in the direction that we want to go into. And not be swayed by what others think and what others want us to do. This is an initiation of our heart, and we are being stripped, we are being tested, we are facing serious obstacles, and especially when we go for our big goals. We're seeing more truth, realizing relationships that no longer resonate, and discovering more of who we truly are. We are in this beautiful age of discovery, of love and truth and transformation. And it is up to us to stand firm with that. And first we choose not to know, and then we dive. This is where in this initiation, we are invited again and again to have the courage to feel what is actually alive in us now and liberate it from our conditioning. Most of us have been living from our heads and our history. We are learning a new way to show up to meet our moment. And for us, dropping into our heart is a new move. And first we choose not to know, and then we dive. This is really diving into that heart space, and it takes us because our heart is our first consciousness. Our heart reacts to all that is around us. At the Heart Institute, they do experiments on the heart, and one of them at the Heart Institute is how far the energies go from the heart, and the energies of the heart. I want to have this correct. Bear with me. So the heart energy is about to reach about 3 feet outside the physical body and can be detected to another person sitting nearby via electrocardiogram. So the heart, 3 feet ahead. So 3 feet is, what a heart. Now, many people who have mental illnesses, their heart goes further out and it expands. So they are reaching out and they're feeling a lot more. That's why it's hard for them to decipher sometimes everything that is going on. And when the electrical field, this is like the magnetic field produces by the heart is more than 100 times greater in strength than the field generated by the brain and can be detected up to 3 feet away from the body. So the heart, so when we are dropping in and tuning into the heart, we're dropping in and tuning into such beautiful power that we can actually begin to receive and put out positive energy through that. And this is what we want to start doing. And this is beautiful, transformational energy that we are stepping into. And when we have energy, especially within Taurus, which is a Venus-ruled sign, we are starting to really step into great transformation and change. And with that, he will, with that, we will begin to feel a lot more within our world, and we will be able to begin to make the changes we want to see within our world. So sending you out with so much love today, and sending you out with great transformation and to begin the transformational changes in our life. This is fabulous times that we are living in. And I'm just going to read here. It's like, one of the possibilities of the age of Aquarius is that we can choose a future where the natural world and technologies are not in conflict, but work together synergetically to support more creativity, healing, and happiness. We carry the golden seed of the new reality in our hearts. We tend the flame of a brighter future. We cultivate faith that we will find our people dreaming the same dream and fulfill our sacred mission. Venus shifted from her home sign of earthy Taurus into Aries Gemini, and the day after June solstice, her movement through Gemini until July the 17th is especially important, as this was the grandmother clan energy of her last Venus in Gemini cycle, which was on June 3rd, 2020 through to January 8th, 2022. This was the sign of the cycle of the heart initiation during the time of the whole world being rearranged. Isn't that powerful? So we are entered into a time of rearrangement. We are entering into a time where there is a youthful spirit playing in the mist and aligning the beginner mind and the beginner heart and the limitless possibilities and the power of sound, word, vibration, and song as avenues to be in service to the beauty. We are in a time that is such radical changes that things that are happening usually happen once every 10 years, and we're having them happen in a week. That's how quickly timeline and change is happening. So let's step into the rapidness of what it is that we want to change, especially in this heavy, turbulent, fear-filled terrain of our media. Who do you see embodying these qualities, and can you receive the medicine? Can you receive the medicine of the transformation and changes that are happening? Because they are literally happening in nanoseconds. And I can feel it. I can feel these vibrations. I know there's something blossoming. There's a desire, an inspiration, an idea, a revelation, a creative offering. And can you show up to receive the fullness of this? Are you ready to receive this fullness? We have dropped in, tuned in to the heart energy. And as I say, the heart energy goes out further than the brain waves. I mean, it goes out to that 3 feet. And this is where, entering into this beautiful portal of the Venus and this feminine energy, the solar and lunar energy of the feminine, meet and support us. And we are coming towards this beautiful energy of the full moon. So let's embrace these changes. And sometimes we'll hear and we'll see things that are just like so radical, so outlandish. Yet in that crazy, outlandish nuttiness that's happening in the world, there is where we will be standing into our own unique values to bring in great beauty and transformation in it all. This is we're living in some real spectacular times that we never lived in before, and everything is hyper accelerated right now, and the movement is moving very quickly. So let's step into this beautiful movement, begin our dance, and begin our soulful dance with our heart to manifest the dreams that we are wanting to dream and that we are wanting to live. So let's go forth and go within it. Got some work on our hands. We really, really do. So if you're wanting a reading, definitely my summer readings are 1-hour readings, and they are on sale until the end of July. So if you are wanting to book in, go to thegurumama.com and you can pay for it there, and we'll get you booked in right away. So have a blessed one. Have a fabulous Saturday. Enjoy, and may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you do. Let's make this a beautiful one. This is beautiful energy that's coming in, and there's strength and beauty in this, in amongst the turbulence and the craziness that is unfolding even more, that we are going to be finding as we go through this weekend and into next week. And so just grab hold, man. It's going to be a ride. So have a blessed one, everyone, and we will talk to you soon.